I am your host, Kim Bain, of the Chamber Morning Show. And we just went live a couple seconds ago and our sound wasn't working. So before I get too far into my monologue of events and all the things, I just want to make sure that. Oh, there we go. I can hear us. All right, we're good. I am here this morning with Kim Mordecai from Bluehaven Arts. I'm very excited to speak with her in just a few minutes about all the things that she has going on in her little corner of Orangevale. But first, as you guys know, if you've watched the last couple morning show, we have been giving away raffle tickets. And so thanks to the Palmers, we have a haircut from United Barbering. We have Badfish Coffee gift certificates. We have even something for Scotty's Hideaway if it's Friday and you need a cocktail. We got you covered with coffee, drinks, and a haircut. So be sure to watch the show all the way through and pay special attention because I'm going to ask you a question at the end. And the person who gets the answer correct is going to get a raffle prize. So first, we haven't talked about the the Orangevale History Project in a little bit. And they keep finding these amazing little stories. They are working really hard. If you haven't seen it yet, at the Orangeville Chamber office, they have these amazing archives and some really interesting things that people have donated to them. So if you have anything that you think would be of interest to them, please reach out. They have a Facebook group. But this is really interesting. So this month's presentation is another in a series about the houses built in Orangevale. And did you know that William Randolph Hearst from the Hearst?
I just saw this, and I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, from the Hearst built a house in Orangevale. So the Hearst is, the Hearst have a huge Hearst castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so this is actually pretty big. Like the Hearst have a very let's just say diverse history in California for many reasons. So it's really interesting that they built a house in Orangevale. So, they were a businessman, newspaper publisher, a politician. So they've got a really fascinating history. And so if you want to hear this house is and all the details, you have to come out to the History Project meeting, which is right here at the chamber office, and it's Wednesday, May 4th at 6:30. And they have been finding all these really interesting, like I said, little tidbits. There was another story that there may be a tunnel between, some locations here in Orangevale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like, it's actually,
I love that.
Yeah, it's some really fascinating, kind of juicy history of Orangevale. So again, you want to make sure that you follow the History Project on Facebook to stay up to date on all of these stories. Then we have May 14th. It's Fun Fest. There's going to be bands in Downtown Plaza, Tano's and La Placita on that day. So there's going to be like different bands at different locations. But it's also Desi's 1-year anniversary party. Desi's going to have a band. And he'll have, drink specials and, all those kinds of things. So it's very exciting for Desi, especially, it's a really tough year for businesses. So he's been there a full year. So you want to make sure that you go out and support him on Saturday, May 14th. And then this Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, it is the opening of Farmers Market. So Farmers Market starts at 3 o'clock every Thursday, runs through October. And this year is going to be a little bit special because the chamber is supporting them by having a beer and wine booth out there. We're going to be there every Thursday. We're going to be set up right in front of the stage. The beer and wine garden will be there from 5 to 8 p.m. and right at those like peak hours of dinner time. And so there's going to be, every Thursday there'll be food trucks. There'll be some sort of live music. Once a month, she's going to have a really large band. And then all of the other Thursdays will be, sometimes there's going to be a local high school band, local musicians, things like that. So there's always going to be some sort of live music. So every Thursday can be your destination. You go out, support the farmers market, support your local farmers, all the things that make Orangevale unique, as well as, you can grab dinner. You don't have to cook. You can get a cold beverage, hang out with your family, and listen to some music. So we're really hoping to make this like a destination for the community on Thursdays to really support our farmers market. So this Thursday, again, for Cinco de Mayo, the band is the Golden Cadillacs. So it's going to be a really fun time on Thursday. So you want to be sure to be there. We're also going to use this opportunity for businesses who want to sponsor a night so you can get more engagement in the community by running the beer and wine booth. So you can wear your company swag, bring all your marketing materials. We will then also promote you for that week through, the morning show, through our social media, things like that. So it just kind of gets your name out there in the community. And then again, also kind of gets you like one-on-one out there in the community as well. So that felt like a lot this morning.
It's all good stuff.
Yeah. So, okay, Kim with Bluehaven Arts. Kim has a lot going on in her little corner of Orangevale. So, yes. What do you want to start with?
Well, probably not everybody who's watching knows what Bluehaven Arts is.
Yeah.
So, I have a little homestead right kind of in the heart of Orangevale, and we focus on homeschool classes for traditionally schooled kids, and women's workshops. So we do cooking, animals, art, lots of art. And so my classes are ongoing pretty much year round. We take a little break in the summer when it's really hot.
Yeah.
Because we have an outdoor classroom that we work at. But coming up, I have my second spring women's workshop, which is May 14th.
So tell them some of the things that you do.
Yes, so I have a couple spots left for that day. So at the women's workshop, it's all day. It's from 9:30 to 4, and it's limited spots. That's 10 women maximum. So they come. We have a cocktail in the morning. We have a really wonderful yoga instructor, and we do some yoga. We're going to be making our own individual piece of ceramic art with alcohol ink and different mediums mixed in. I'm going to have a henna artist there, so everybody gets henna. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a belly dancer who comes and gives a class and does a performance for us. And then a big homemade organic lunch and snacks all day and cocktails throughout the day. And we end the day with a dessert and coffee and port wine, and it's a really fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it's lot of fun. I would be really excited with the belly dancing.
The belly dancing and the belly dancer I found is like so magical.
Yeah, and good thing you prime them with cocktails before the belly dancing so people loosen up.
People are really good sports though. It's surprising, and it's very low pressure. And the whole point of the day is kind of for women to come have a day where they indulge themselves, where they're taken care of. They're not doing anything for anyone else, because I think so many women, that's our lives day in and day out, right? They're kind of honoring their creative beings and just kind of being and communing with other women.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. We really are. I mean, we are creative by nature. Feminine is creative by nature, and our daily lives get us in our logical brain, and we lose that part of ourselves.
Absolutely, and so many women don't feel like creative people, and so always the art projects that I pick they're no-fail art projects. They're so amazing and impressive. I do a Facebook page. It's Bluehaven Arts Orangevale, and there's always tons of pictures on there. But the art that the women in our April workshop created was just like mind-boggling, so beautiful. And I love seeing people create something they didn't think they could, and how that makes you feel.
Yeah. Well, and Kim is so creative too. I'm going to bring up the raffle prizes. So there's this joke at our networking mixer. She always brings these really beautiful baskets, and it's, eggs from her chickens, but they're not just any eggs. They're not just white.
They're all different colored eggs.
Yeah, they're all different colored eggs, from the chickens on her property. And before we started talking, I was just sharing with her that, what I love about what she does is, to me, this is Orangevale. Orangevale, as a chamber, we don't have a lot of big corporate sponsors to support our community, but what we do have are these amazing little creative homesteads, and people really fully taking advantage of their little piece of land. And you do that. You have a garden. These baskets have granola that she makes, and honey that she
from
her bees. And so this is just it. Also, I think when you come to Bluehaven Arts, it's not just learning art.
I feel like it's a whole experience, and the property is a really beautiful property that I can't even really take credit for. I kind of feel like the steward for the property, because I really feel like it's meant to be shared, and the kids who I teach and adults alike who come all feel just really happy and moved by it. And I feel like that's really special. And I feel like that's how Orangevale is overall.
Yeah.
First time I ever came to Orangevale, I was like, I love this place.
Yeah.
So it's near and dear to my
Yeah,
heart.
and that's
definitely.
what too, like, touching on the kids as well, is that this is, the kids now don't get a lot of opportunity to be really creative.
Yes.
And, this is more like art therapy. It's not just art.
Yes.
It's more like art therapy.
And for the kids, we do art and then animals. We have lots of animals and cooking, which I feel like are all things in terms of teaching kids, compassion and autonomy and all the things that are important for kids these days to learn. There are no screens at any time. In fact, I even kind of squash it if the kids want to talk about like TV shows. I'm like, let's talk about what we do here and our animals and our hobbies and the things, who we are. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a good space for that. Kids, allow them to be kids like we were kids, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so you mentioned your Facebook page. Is that the best place for people
That's
to find
the best place to find
Okay.
me. Yeah, Bluehaven Arts Orangevale, or you can also find Kim Mordecai, and they both kind of link to each other. But those pages are pretty much just dedicated to business and also the classes. I take lots of pictures. So
yeah. And then if you want one of her raffle prizes, come out to one of our mixers.
Go to the chamber
and
mixer.
and actually, you're gonna have to duke it out because everybody wants. There's like great prizes there, and it's just
there are really great prizes.
And that's what I love about Orangevale is that everybody's so excited about your basket, and it's eggs. Like, they're like they want the eggs more than the wine, and so that's the thing too that I love so much about that. Again, that's what makes Orangevale so special. So. Yes. So again, make sure that you follow Kim's Facebook page to learn more. Okay, and so I told you in the beginning there was going to be a question. If you paid attention to the show, you would have an opportunity to win one of the amazing raffle prizes brought to us by Palmer Real Estate. So the question is, who is the band at the first farmers market for this Thursday, Cinco de Mayo? Again, what is the name of the band for this Thursday's farmers market? So that is our show for today. We hope to see you out at the farmers market, at the Beer and Wine Garden, or at one of our upcoming mixers. If you want to learn more about our events, always go to orangevalechamber.com, community events, to learn more. And you can also follow us on all the social media outlets. Thank you, and make it a great day.